Okay, so let me show you how you can prepare the application in Flutter with GoRouter. We will use Riverpod for that. And as you can see, we've got main application here. This is in the main file and main function. What we can do, we can use Riverpod to reach our provider of router, and then we can send it to create the actual first widget or custom widget, which will be material application. Let's see what we've got here. This is a simple factory class with a method which actually using material app router builder or factory method. What we've got here are some configurations, and we don't talk about it today, but as you can see, at the very bottom we've got a router config, and here we just set our router, which is a parameter for the create method. Let's close this one. And what does it mean, and how does it look on the router function? We've got it here. These are parameters for the more customization, like we can send the redirection handling and exception handling. Here we've got the initial location, navigation, key, and redirection, exception handling, and routes. As you can see, here we've got an array of route base, which let us put here not only go routes, but also route bases. And what we've got next, as you can see, we've got here arrays of routes. Let's see how does it look like. How does it look? As you can see, we've got separated classes for different kind of routes, like application related, authentication related, and in application we've got two actors. One is trainer and one is participant, since the application relates to teamwork mobile games. And we've got a person who is holding or running the session, game session, and users who are players for the session. Okay, so let's move forward and see how does it look, the redirect. Here we've got quite interesting things like what paths are available for the application. Here's some exposed or externalized method to make things cleaner. Here's the redirection. There are pretty standard attributes. Here we've got the authentication service, which under the hood integrates with Firebase. Okay, this part, how we can grab the current location. So we've got this. We check if this is one of the available paths. If not, we are mapping this to not found path. And if it is proper or pass from available ones, we use parser to match which exactly, and yeah, just mapping this to the string. What we do next? So here we are handling the signing out, like to provide the functionality for just redirect to sign out path as a signing off out action. If yes, if the target path is signing out, we just use our authentication service to do this service to do this. And the last part is actually the real redirection, which for not found, it just we are redirecting to not found. For trainers who are already authenticated, we just do the same. So using the path returning null, that it means we are not using any kind of redirection like before. And two examples when we actually want to redirect. One is for trainers who are not authenticated yet, so we are redirecting to signing in. And here for trainers who are authenticated but using wrong paths, like using pass for participant or trying to double sign in, we are just redirecting to some default path. In other cases, like if the role is participant or this is one of authentication paths like signing in, signing out, and others like start for participant, it's like signing in but without user password but some OTP code. We don't do any kind of redirection. So let's move on. Here we've got the authentication service. As I mentioned, we use Firebase Auth, also using with RiverPod. So we create this service, which is a singleton outside of the file, in the provider's file actually. And what we've got here, we just listen to some methods from some event streams from Firebase, and we set the user and user role. Here are some methods to grab the actual role of the user. Is authenticated used in the previous redirect example. It's just checking the user if exists, if it is saved in the application, and if the role is actually trainer, since only trainers can authenticate. Okay, and what we've got next, we've got signing out, like to do command here for cleaning up the local storage, which we probably want to use in the future, and here calling the Firebase signing out method. And the last part, which is the file of contains all the routes. How does it look? We've got authentication routes, we've got trainer routes, and here we've got participant routes, and of course application routes when we've got only one route, which is not found. Okay, and here, let me show you the pattern. So for each class we use a private constructor, you cannot create the class. Actually, what is exports are the paths for the every route or routes class. So here for authentication, all kind of authentication related things, signing in, signing out, signing up, and so registration and start. And here actually the routes where we using paths, animations, and screens. For now we are using the same screen for every path, but of course in the future it will change. And for the trainer we can use some trainer base path course. Here we can have all kind of tabs or screens and their paths. So okay, so for today that's all I'd like to show you, and see you next time.